What a mess this is turning out to be. When you're ready, we can plan our next move at the briefing station.
Please note that due to increased security measures, no one will be admitted into the building without their valid ID badge. No exceptions.
How are you? Yeah, sue me for having a lapse of patriotism. Fury convinced me that op was important for our security. I still think it's probably true. If necessary, yes. But I'm hoping we have enough political pull to keep anything serious from making it through the system. Not that again. Apparently, some of them are. I've got some friends in high places trying to find out more, but for now, it's all closed-door stuff. That's actually a pretty good question. Maybe I should get someone working on that. Gotta run. See you later.
Quinjet repair crew members, please report to the landing pad.
Our worst fears seem to be coming to pass. Congress is debating a new bill, the Superhuman Registration Act. It would require all heroes to register with the government, whether they want to or not.
Which would mean the politicians get to tell us who the bad guys are. We need to make sure this thing doesn't happen.
To that end, we're heading down to Washington. I've been offered a chance to testify before a congressional subcommittee.
And I'm going to rally the people down there. We need to get a grassroots resistance movement going before the SRA can gain any momentum.
We want you to come along in case there's any trouble. We've got a Quinjet waiting to fly us down there. Let's go. We're coming up on DC, team, but the situation has radically changed during our flight, and not for the better. The city just came under attack by an unknown terrorist force. We're going to coordinate defense efforts with S.H.I.E.L.D. Buckle up and be ready for anything.
This is S.H.I.E.L.D. Lieutenant Farrell. We've got some of the senators prepped for evac, but the zone's too hot to lift off. Eliminate the enemy forces in the area so we can get those people out. Finally, some backup. Eliminate those terrorists. We need to get the senators to safety.
Coming in! Don't say we didn't warn you. I do this for free.
This zone's secure. We'll get the choppers out. You should proceed down the hill. Head them off before they can hit us again.
Emergency landing zone, ETA. Incoming Sam, 2 o'clock. We're hit. Shut down, slow down. Hang on. Carol here. We made it. We're under attack. What's this?
Did you honestly not see that coming? You are not prepared to face me. Watch your back! Look at this stupid outfit! Diplomacy would have been less painful.
Damn, what a mess. I shouldn't have jumped a gun like that. That rocket came from the southeast. We need to take out whoever fired it before we can bring anyone else in. Those must be the guys who shot down our chopper. Take them out, now!
I am hurt!
Sure, take the easy way out. Hey, I ain't invulnerable. That shut you up. Give you some slack.
Perhaps that will give you some time to think. Sorry.
You like American? Yeah,
You stupid, vaguely foreign freaks! You ruined my vacation! And you! Dumb as nails shield clones! I saw what you did to those cherry blossoms back there! You think those things grow on trees? And you think it makes me less of a man if I came here for the Cherry Blossom Festival, huh? You're laughing with your eyes! I can see it! Fine! Time for a little boss battle, suckers!
Don't say we didn't warn you.
Ooh, did I do that?
Press the attack! I require assistance!
Medic! No, seriously.
Tear you to pieces!
Ouch! I knew I should have sprung for the health meter enlargement I saw in that email. You're probably trying to clear out these terrorists, huh? Can I join the party? Good point. Wait! We can join our powers! It'll be some sort of, what's the word? Unification or combination, something like that. You get the idea.
All clear, Commander.
I'll take things from here. Titanium Man seems to be behind all this. He just made off with some senators and took them underground. We'll cover the Capitol. You get down to the subway and pursue that tin-plated Russian and his pals. Sorry, I didn't have time to say pretty please with sugar on top. Now will you get going?
Come on! That-a-way! The subway! Hey, when we see Titanium Man, let's try to get him to say moose and squirrel. If I were a supersized Russian bad guy, I'd head for some American chow. This way, to the food court.
You think you're gonna get away with this on my watch? All right, the cavalry! Now! That big guy dragged Senator Lieber and the others toward Union Station. Keep going this way.
Do not underestimate me. Perhaps I will give you some time to think.
Sexy shall always defeat unsexy. Say what you want about Titanium Man. At least the trains are still running on time.
Da, Americans. Your precious representative is safe. For now. Do you have the courage to save him? Let us see.
Even you know you can't win.
Now he's gone too far. Nobody attacks America's food courts!
The result will never stop. I require assistance. I do this for free.
I'm so hot.
I could use some help.
Diplomacy would have been less painful. We will take you out. Don't say we didn't warn you. I am not well.
Come on! I gotta score some style points for that one!
Supervillains, huh? Always in the last place you look. Ooh, can we stop for a cool, refreshing beverage? Catching product like you can works up a mean nerves.
You get points for effort.
When in DC, be sure to visit our scenic national parking garage.
Yes, fine! It's what's for dinner!
This is no time for a kick.
Luke Cage? It's Tony Stark. How you doing? Fine, thanks, fine. So Luke, you're a family man now. Ever thought about stepping up the corporate ladder? Stark Industries offers a really good benefits, including neonatal.
I'm not feeling well.
Or info first.
It's all over, bar the shout.
Can't go on much longer.
We could work something out. I just really want you on my team.
Did we learn anything?
We will bury you!
He's trying to escape with our elected...
Take your dread and corrupt leaders back. I have no use for them now.
I'm not feeling well.
That's what I think of your goose and squirrel. Follow me, heroes, if you dare!
Hey, what are you doing? Forget about those windbags and help me with this big metal dude!
Senator Lever from New York State. Good to meet you. You've done us a great service. You heroes are okay in my book. Maybe we should put this registration business on hold. What can I say? I've always been a friend to superheroes. Well, best of luck trying to catch that maniac. Like our state motto says, Excelsior.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
You don't look like the voting type.
Yeah, whatever. Hey guys, I'll take these pencil pushers back to the Capitol. Give me a call if you want to hang out again.
Americans, your deaths await you. Here you are once again, a nation divided. Only this time, you will fall. With a little help, if necessary. Your democratic ideals will be your undoing once your own people turn against you. Did you really think it would be that easy? До свидания.
You're looking a bit poorly.
Keep attacking. You'll disrupt his focus. Focus field is down. Get him.
Spider powers rock.
These mini-sentry guns will give you something new to think about.
Looks like it might be nap time for Spidey. Medic! No, seriously.
Surely you can do better than that.
I am not well.
Let's go crazy.
The Registration Act will be passed by your cowardly leaders, and you will become criminals. Sword back,
Oh, we will take you out.
They cannot harm what they cannot see.
In here.
Maybe they should outsource you. When this is done, no one will ever trust you heroes again.
Watch your back.
I'm a cut above the rest.
Use some help.
Function? No! You think you've won, but you haven't. You'll soon see. You have already lost everything.
And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got cold heart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on it. On your feet, Nitro. And don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood.
Just over 12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the table.
Following last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act, with the president expected to sign it.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry, was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
And with the passage of the Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week, superheroes around the country are being forced to choose a side. Do they register with the government to uphold the law, or become part of an underground resistance movement? So far...
Can you believe this is really going down? The act kicks in at midnight, but word is S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna be here sooner than that, taking signatures. Or prisoners. I want to talk to Cage about it, but he's too busy arguing with Mr. Fantastic over there. Maybe you can break into their little powwow and get some sense out of them.
Understand your skepticism, Luke, but you have to believe me. I've crunched the numbers, and we absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequences...
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down...
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
Oh, hello. Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some sense into Mr. Cage here. He and Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
You have reached the voice mailbox of...
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice. Stark, Richards, and Songbird are obviously a lost cause. But maybe. Well, well. Speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence. Cap in charge, as long as it takes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're either with us or against us. come on, do I look like I have time to repeat myself? I ain't no government puppet, and I assume you feel the same way. There are worse things you could do than risk jail time to do the right thing.
Was eclipsed by Stanford, many advocates point toward the Washington, D.C. attack as evidence that superheroes are absolutely necessary in today's world.
If you're scared, feel free to do what you're told. Just don't call yourself a hero anymore. Okay, look, I hope you make the right choice. We could use your help.
Hey, you come to a decision yet? No one's got a better reason to be paranoid than I do. And I'm telling you, this is the way it's gotta go. Technically, that's true. But someone supervising their actions could have saved those innocents. For now, yeah, it is. Stanford would never have happened if superheroes had proper oversight. We already trust them with the cops and the military. Bottom line, we need checks and balances. Otherwise, more kids are gonna get killed. Look, I can't make the decision for you. Just remember, we're supposed to protect people. Signing up for training and accountability is the best way to do that.
And so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D. keep crime under control while we focus on... Oh, hello again. I'm glad to see you're not going off half-cocked like Luke, Danny, and Eli over there seem to be. We need cooler heads to prevail at a time like this.
Dr. Pym, Latverian...
I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Those who violently resist might accidentally be harmed. I'm not in charge of that, of course, but that's what I'm hearing. Not a pleasant thought.
Warning. Security upgrades are complete. As of midnight tonight, any superhuman personnel...
We can't keep going around in circles like this.
...building security systems as hostile.
There's morality and there's practicality. I may have personal issues with the Act, but I also have hard evidence that if we rebel against it, the entire world's future will be imperiled. So, there's really only one sane choice here. I'm not saying the SRA is evil, but going down a path we know leads to disaster would certainly be irresponsible and foolish. I'm sorry, I can't discuss this indefinitely with you. I hope you make the intelligent choice here.
New York Senator Lieber decried the recent passage of the Registration Act today, citing his rescue by a team of superheroes just before the Stanford incident.
Of course.
I'm a cut above the... rest.
This Thursday seminar on workplace safety has been
All superhumans, the Registration Act is in effect. You are now required to meet with Commander Hill and register your identity with S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm glad to see you're willing to meet with me on civil terms. Once you register, I'm sure we'll have a productive relationship. The paperwork is right here. Step up and sign, please. The law is in effect. Your time is up. So, what's it gonna be, heroes? Just sign up here and you'll be bona fide law enforcement agents. You're not looking to start trouble, are you? Smart move. I'm glad to see you're going through with registration. Congratulations on making the right choice, heroes. The only one you really had. I'll look forward to working with you.
No! How could you? Cage told me I should have left with him and Iron Fist, but I didn't believe you'd do this! You damn traitors!
Well, looks like your first assignment just walked through the door. Either convince that idiot to register, or take him down.
Shut up! There's nothing you can say to make me join you. This is for Cap! I can't believe you turn on us!
An unfortunate introduction to government service for you. I'm sorry it had to come to that. Cage and Iron Fist refused to sign and escaped, and they're apparently not alone. I'm just glad you made the correct decision. Let's head back into the main area. We're gonna have our hands full, I expect, and I'm sure Tony will want to thank you personally once he gets back from Washington.
I don't need to tell you that you've made the right choice. You're here, and that means you understand the reality of our situation. You know what we're up against. Restore the public's faith in us, while Captain America and his recruits are still playing by the old rules.
SHIELD is going to use their expanded authority to keep supervillain activity in check. That leaves us with responsibility for dealing with the rogue heroes.
We need to act decisively to end this fast. We have a few leads, and may be close to identifying one or more locations being used as hideouts by the rebels. Come back here later. By then, we should have something more solid.
I hate that it's come to this, but we have a job to do. We'll reconvene at the briefing station when you're ready.
All personnel will be subject to random retinal